A new era for Asian domestic football. We have the AFC Champions League Elite. Our first match in the east comes from Buriram Stadium. We are in the east of Thailand, and it is a match that features the Thai champions Buriram United up against Vissel Kobe of Japan. Buriram 10 times champions of Thailand. Vissel Kobe just 1-time champion of Japan, but they really are the emerging force in Japanese football. Both of these teams, they are chasing trophies on 3 separate stages. So tonight, they've shuffled the pack just a little bit. Conditions tonight, it's cloudy, it's coolish, it's not too humid. It was thundering this afternoon, but at the moment, it is just a little bit cool and perfect for football on a really, really well-looked-after playing surface. AFC Champions League Elite rules allow you to play up to 9 foreign players in your starting lineup, and Buriram are taking full advantage of that. In the starting list that we were given, they've got 8. The Japanese champions, Vissel Kobe, by stark contrast, are starting with an all-Japanese lineup. Maybe it's a statement by Takayuki Yoshida, the coach of the Ratuken-backed Vissel Kobe. But Buriram United, well, they want to be on the bigger stages. They want to qualify as one of the top 8 teams from this Eastern Elite group and make it through to the knockout stages in this revamped AFC Champions League Elite. Great little knot of Kobe fans in the corner at this stadium. Outside, they were organised, disciplined, handing out their posters and their banners to each other. And in perfectly good spirits and confident that their team, who are 3rd in the J-League, can really give Buriram a tough time. There they are. They will be noisy. They're not many in number, maybe 150, 200 or so of them. But a number of them have come down from Kobe. There are some expats who've made their way over from Bangkok and a couple from Buriram itself. But it is remarkable, the support and the improvement in Vissel Kobe since they took their first title in 2019. Since then, it has been success after success, and now they are the champions of the J-League. Buriram, they are off the treble-winning season last year. But it's all changed for them. A new coach, new personalities involved as well. New Brazilians have been brought to bolster their attacking lineups. They're on the right-hand side, but there are 3 homegrown players. Tiratam Bunmantan, he will be captain. A sparkling left foot from him, from the Thai international. He's got over 100 international caps. He will lead Buriram United. He's been very much part of their story, although he also had a fine time playing up in Japan. Indeed, he had a loan spell at Vissel Kobe earlier on in his career. Neil Etheridge on the right, another recent recruit from the English leagues. He's had experience with Cardiff City in the second flight in England. Really is a strong, physical-looking Buriram United side. And they'll need to be at their very best because Vissel Kobe, although they've got a number of changes themselves, Vissel Kobe play the ball quickly and at pace. Buriram United's 1 defeat this season. They're at the start of their league. They're unbeaten in their league campaign. 5 wins out of 6 and a draw against Port last time out. A fine goalless draw when Neil Etheridge had a really good game. Their 1 defeat in this campaign came in the ASEAN Cup, where a much-changed team were beaten 2-1 by Hanoi. As for Kobe, well, when they get back to Japan, they've got interests in the J-League, where they will be taking on Albirex Niigata on Sunday. And then next week they take on quarter-final of the Emperor's Cup. So they too are battling on 3 full stages. We are in the far east of Thailand with some 5 hours drive out of Bangkok. But Buriram are making this complex something of a home from home. It is part of a complex that includes a motor racing arena, a drag track, and also plenty of rallying opportunities as well. But football is what is putting Buriram really on the map. And And the teams will be welcomed by their supporters, who are directly opposite the teams as they come out up the slight slope. The tunes of the AFC anthem get us underway. It's a new era, it's a new trophy to play for, it's a new looking competition, and in terms of Vissel Kobe, it's the new brand of the top team in Japan. This is the AFC Champions League Elite. We are at the Buriram Stadium in Thailand. This is Buriram United versus Vissel Kobe. Buriram have kept 4 clean sheets in their last 4 games. Defensively looking very strong and boosted by the fact that Curtis Good will be added to their starting roster for today, as well as Marcelo. But a couple of the local boys we had a look at there. Superchai Chaidad very much part of the first team here. 4 league goals for Superchai. Tidaton will be in the heart of midfield. Also Sazalak will be on the left-hand side. As for the visitors, Vissel Kobe, experience of the likes of Idaguchi, who had a little spell in the United Kingdom. Tamakawa and Kotoko Sakai is the veteran fullback who returned after a really good spell in Germany. He's 33 years of age now and will be hoping to lead by example from the back. Long wait for the players. Now they make their introductions. Wondering if the team in white, Vissel Kobe, really are making a statement of some description by saying, okay, you can have up to 9 foreign players, but we want to play with an all-Japanese team. Real confidence in the recruitment that they have done and the self-development from their youth team. The Thunder Castle looking beautiful in the darkness. This is the Buriram United side. Neil Etheridge, Philippines international. Curtis Good comes in at centre-back. He'll be playing 3 at the back there. Guillaume Basoli is really the main man in terms of scoring goals, with great support from Crispin and Superchai. That 4-3-3 can easily become 3 centre-backs, with Dion Cools pushing forward very often from right-back, and Sazlak often does from left-back. And on the bench, wow, some great players there. Pitiwat, Thai international. Kim, Korean regular starter in the league. 38-year-old Singaporean Mohamed Taki takes control of this one. Likes to keep his hand in his pockets, hands out less than 4 yellow cards a game on average over his last 10 matches. Video match officials, Catherine Jasowicz and Abdul Rashid from Uzbekistan. VR is in play for the AFC Champions League Elite. Vissel Kobe, well, many changes from the side that usually starts, but the star name is Tase Miyashiro, who will play up front either as a wide player or as a direct striker. He's got 9 goals in 24 J-League games. He's stated to start as the number 9 up front. I suspect he will push just a little bit wide. It's a very versatile midfield. On the bench, should they require it, they've got Matthias Tula, who's a regular starter, but he's the only non-Japanese player in the whole of the squad brought to Buriram by Takayuki Yoshida. Lucas Crispin, 4 league goals in 6 starts in this his debut season. In fact, it's all been all changed for Osmar Loss's side. He reintroduced Crispin, Bisoli and Marcelo as Brazilians. Australian Kenny Dougal was here already, but he's been given a more fluid position as kind of a front sweeper in front of his 2 centre-backs. Neil Etheridge has come in goal, and at last, taken the mantle as number 1 starting goalkeeper away from Tiburak. the Thai international, 40 years of age, Neil Etheridge. Fine Philippines international. Born in London, but represents his country, Philippines, on more than 80 occasions. International goalkeeper at the other end as well. Yamakawa is one of the players who Japan are trying to sort out their goalkeeping problems. Let's see if the goalkeepers are called into action. We are just about to get set. AFC Champions League Elite, and immediately we are underway with Buriram in the blue, going left to right versus Vissel Kobe. Early exchange of passes. Lucas Crispin likes to get involved. Long ball, a run all the way through to the goalkeeper. He's going to have to play this one though, which he does. Comes out wide to Hatsuze, regular starter on this left-hand side. He's another recent signing, and there just stepping in was Curtis Good, given away though by Kenny Doodle in the heart of midfield. Going around the outside of Sakai. Very good at keeping the ball. Here's the captain, Yamakawa. Just as I say, they're good at keeping the ball. A little bit aimless, drifts out for a goal kick for Buriram. Osmo Loss on the left. One of many changes, despite winning the treble last year. They're always pushing for bigger and better and more. Primarily success in the AFC Champions League. And Osmo Loss has brought in a couple of players that he knew from Fortaleza and Portuguesa. And they've immediately gone into his starting 11. And of course, extra players available in this AFC Champions League. Etheridge goes long. Fine header coming in from Yuki Honda, 33-year-old. Little give and go, excellent movement. This is Sasaki. Sasaki looks inside. Etheridge comfortably picks, looks for the quick distribution. Well, Sasaki had support up front from a couple of players. Ino coming in from the right-hand side. Superchai beaten in the air by Yamakawa. That's a Brazilian, Matias Vargas. Right then, Sazalak. There's another Thai player who had a spell abroad. He went to Jombuk. Did Sazalak. Takayuki Yoshida in his third spell, by far his most successful spell as head coach of Vissel Kobe. June 2022, he took the reins. 20 is Marcelo. Two giant figures at the heart of the defence for Buriram. Nice little turn inside by Tidaton onto Sazalak. Sazalak confident enough to play his own speed. Etheridge again launched it long. It's a much more direct Buriram than we're used to seeing. Crispin loses out in that little battle there with Kawasaki. He's playing on the left-hand side of a midfield three. Both teams ostensibly 4-3-3. We can expect the versatility to be shown. Little shove in the back there, 96. Matias Vargas hits the deck. Here's Dion Cools, Malaysian international. He's a centre-back for the national team. Here he operates as a right-back, right wing-back. Etheridge has gone long on every single occasion so far. As I say, far more direct from Buriram. Japanese trying to play the ball out a little bit more gently. Sakai gives the ball away. Dougal looks to his right. Here he finds Dion Cools. Cools and Dougal again. Oh, that's unlucky, I tell you what. Gosh, this is worth looking again. 16 Dougal is knocked out of his stride. That again goes long, and they have to play this one carefully. It is well done by Hatsuze. Sakai. Good movement from Sasaki. Sakai again, and patient build-up from Japanese champions, third in the league at the moment. Yamauchi, not a regular starter, but he was looking for long delivery. And they've let that bounce, and Superchai can make life difficult, and he has them. The Thai international comes away with possession. Sazalak into Tiraton. A little Thai triangle. Superchai. Tiraton plays the ball in. Looks for Bisoli. Tiraton is there. Goes down. Referee Taki says no can do. And a long-range shot from Lucas Crispin. First shot in anger as Tiraton is down. That time it's Maekawa who goes long. Marcelo is over. Tiraton is still down in the penalty area. Here's the incident. Ooh, wow, VAR might have a little look at that. They might have a look at that. That's what VAR is there for clear and obvious. You can understand why referee Mohamed Taki said no penalty. Because Sakai looked initially, certainly to this correspondent, as though he got the ball. Well, there certainly is a higher level for VAR to get introduced. And I'm wondering if in his ear, Kate Jasowicz is just having a word with Mohamed Taki. Here we go again. Gosh, that certainly looks like there's contact there. Certainly the coach feels it. Bisoli and Tiraton involved. Right now, a check is going on. And I feel that this is going to be an early boost for Buriram United. He has been called over. And from the videos that we have seen, Mohamed Taki may well have very little choice but to award a penalty here. There's a nice little give and go on the edge of the penalty area. Well, he certainly goes through the back of the calf there. It's the experienced Gotoku Sakai in at right back, in a change from the team that played at the weekend, recording a third straight J1 victory. You might be looking at, does he get the ball there? But he's certainly got the man. It's a long, long look from Mohamed Taki, the 38-year-old. Right down by the players' bench. There's no Vissel Kobe players around. Sakai. I think he knows. The players know as much as anything, and that's a worried look from Gotoku Sakai. Well, now they're looking at whether it might be a handball from Bisoli. Okay, that's an interesting one. So VAR getting involved for a possible penalty opportunity, and then they've got to go back because that incident is a possible handball. And against Vissel. So A, checking a possible penalty, and B, checking the build-up to what seems an almost certain penalty. That's what this long delay is. Nearly 2 minutes now. Right, is there any contact with the arm? Oof. Tell you what, that is utterly inconclusive. From that angle, you can only guess, you can't be certain. Hence the long, elongated look. And after deliberation, Mohamed Taki gives the foul for the handball against Guillaume Vissel. So it is no penalty. And from where the free kick is being taken from, it is from outside the penalty area. So a free kick has been awarded for that control there off the hand before it goes into the penalty incident. That's an interpretation of how long VAR can go in. But in the end, he's probably got it right because there was a handball in the build-up. Both teams going long. Marcelo gets in there first. Tiraton reacts quickest. Tiraton looks for Vissel. Skipper Makawa is up first. You can see the urgency that Osmar losses after his team to get on with the game very, very quickly. That's Vissel. Dougal loses out. Miyashiro. He's the real superstar, Miyashiro. If there is a superstar. They went through the superstar route, the big money buys, for a little while. Worked really well for them in putting Vissel Kobe on the map, but now it's all their own development and faith in Japanese players. Lovely ball played down the line. Dougal, Crispin looks left. Tiraton, he's allowed license to roam, is Tiraton. Dougal, Superchai, Sazalak just misses out on the belted clear. First one to react is Curtis Good, the 31-year-old Aussie. Signed from Melbourne City, couple of international caps, Curtis Good. This is Marcelo Giallo, Barcelona born. Cools onto Marcelo. Big strapping fellow onto Vissel. Nice little header into Superchai. Matthias. Sazalak looks to his left. He's got Tiraton. Matthias Vargas has made his way into the penalty area. Little give and go. Eno was covering. Sakai down the line for Sasaki. Lovely spin and turn from Sasaki. Just a little bit too far ahead, but you can see the little triangles the Japanese champions are playing. Notebook out. Takayuki Yoshida, former player with Vissel Kobe. Vargas did well. Crispin can run. Crispin looks to his right. Vissel Cools. Solely short. Cools. Crispin. A little bit of the pace has gone out of the attack. Cools hits the deck once the free kick, isn't going to get it. Firm but fair challenge from Kakeru Yamauchi. Sasaki, yeah, was bundled over by Marcelo. He's a big old chap, Marcelo, isn't he? Nice little idea. Just trying to play that through was Sasaki. Lots of movement. Ideguchi. Ideguchi again. Tight spaces. Sazalak thinks that's a Buriram ball. Assistant on the far side disagrees. Minutes gone. AFC Champions League Elite. Buriram United 0. Vissel Kobe 0. Yamauchi. One team trying to play delicate little patterns. The other team happy to go long ball and be a lot more direct. Sasaki. Yamauchi. Trying to go around the outside. Cools as well, and Crispin is there. Ideguchi just getting the wrong side of Superchai. Ideguchi had a short spell at Celtic in the Scottish League. Like some Japanese players, didn't quite do the business there. He also spent some time at Leeds and in Germany. Lovely take. Miyashiro. Lovely ball from Miyashiro. Sasaki tumbles over, but the challenge is good from Marcelo. Curtis good. Turned inside out. It's actually not Marcelo who got there. It was Kenny Dougal coming back in that defensive shield just in front of his two centre-backs. Marcelo loses the first header. Hetheridge under no real pressure. Once he went short. Sazalak. Tiraton again trying to combine. I think Tiraton has just caught Kotoku Sakai. Not a lot there, is there? He's a big fellow, is Sakai. '42 international caps. Retired now, but Kobe since 2019 after a stellar career in Stuttgart and at Hamburg. Superchai goes down. It looks spectacular. Tetsushi Yamakawa with a no-nonsense challenge. And a chance for the big fellas to come up from the back. That's as good as 6'5". Marcelo, I think, is about the same. Tiraton has the ability to put this on a sixpence. Crispin instead comes short onto Sazalak, onto Tiraton. Back to where we were. Sazalak. We're not quite sure what they were trying to do there, but Crispin can start again. Drives one out for Cools. Cools attacks the ball, and Dion Cools Off the foot of Maikawa. Good enterprising play from the Malaysian-born right back. A little bit of something and nothing out on the touchline. Sasaki didn't like the way he felt was being pulled back by Vargas. Curtis Good. Bisoli. Good tracking back from Hiraguchi. Well, here's Coles. That's a good header first and foremost. And then when it comes back to him, it's the left foot that blocks it. Second shot on target from Buriram. The first one of real note. I've got to say, Buriram United are not remotely intimidated by the fact they're playing the J-League champions. They could arguably have had a penalty. They've had 2 shots on goal. Maikawa has been the far busier goalkeeper. Tillaton's header. Just hop forward. Etheridge again thinks of launching it long. Little chip forward to Superchai. Honda was in there. Lots of the regular starters for Yoshida's team not starting today. Shows a real confidence in the depth of a squad that are fighting on 3 fronts: Emperor's Cup, J-League, and this AFC Champions League Elite. I think the teams have got to look at this as a long season as well. It's 8 games that go stretch through to February before we hit the knockout stages. You've just got to be in the top 8 in your 12-team league. Win at home, draw away. That's a recipe for success. Atsuse, 27-year-old. Couple of players at the near post to aim for. Pools did well. Crispin not so well. That's better. So Maikawa was virtually on the halfway line when that long throw was being threatened. Very much working as a unit of Vissel Kobe. Atsuse. Kawasaki in the heart of midfield. He's not a regular starter at all, Kawasaki. Lovely ball down the line to Ino. Ino pulls it back. That will be a corner kick to the visitors. Made the run early, did Nanase Ino. They'll all have their individual men to mark. Yamakawa's got 1 goal to his name this season, so has Honda. Their top scorers, though, are on the bench. In-swinger from Ryo Hatsuse. Sarkaborn. Played in. Nicely played by Yamakawa. Sakai helps it on. Sakai again. Slides it through, and that's awkward for Marcelo. Happy to concede a corner because it was off balance. It's a lovely little triangle. They always do seem to have a 3rd man running in every situation. J-League team. It's a coaching classic. Second corner, the first one was an in-swinger that went towards the far post. Largely man-to-man. Atsuse drives it out to the edge of the box. Hiraguchi! Fine, controlled effort. Seen all the way by Neil Etheridge. Lovely play, just coming in. Ideguchi captures that one very nicely. Do try to find the corners. Terrific effort. Good save. Ideguchi. Still lurking on the edge of the penalty area. As this third corner in quick succession comes in. Goes all the way through. It's cleared by Dougal. Sakai hoists it up. And that will be a throw-in for Buriram. So a good opening 20 for Buriram. A very good last 5 minutes for Vissel Kobe. Now a free kick for the 10-time Chai champions. They've won 3 in a row. They've made an unbeaten start. Very good 0-0 draw at their one of their close rivals, Port. Last time out, they've already beaten another of their rivals, Bangkok, 4-2. Scored goals aplenty. Honda's header. Cleverly done by Superchai. Tiraton teasing. Sazalak. Thai triumvirate around the left-hand side. Crispin can't get there. Run back. Dougal goes down, but referee saw nothing untoward with the foul, just the coming together. Kobe just trying to entice Buriram to come out of their defensive shape. They do go long. Giant players like Coles at the back will almost certainly snap things up. Naikawa, well, that's very ambitious. Sakai would have to be 19 foot tall to get close to that. Time Superchai was backing in. Crispin couldn't find Bissoli. Ideguchi, smart. Not so smart from the Boybunda. Mir Shiro. Kenny Doodle worked so hard in that defensive midfield role. Allows Tiraton to get forward. Sazalak has to come backwards. Sazalak hasn't quite got the pace to get the better of Sakai. Again, it's Miyashiro jumping very, very deep. He's got license to roam as well. And Sakai can't control the pass that's fired into him by Yamakawa. Sasaki. Curtis Good. Loses not once but twice. And a strike from the edge of the penalty area, scuffed wide of Etheridge's left goal. Miyashiro. Best position he's found himself in. Now on the half hour, because of the temperatures and the humidity, there's a water break being allowed Miyashiro cannot believe what he's done there. 24 years of age, he's had a fantastic season. 9 goals in the J-League. Cooling break and thoroughly merited. It is a bit cooler than earlier in the day, but the humidity is very, very high. I'm just thinking of those guys who, maybe from the northern edges of Japan, they used to very cold conditions, and the Buriram players with European experience. Here's the volley from Ideguchi. Lovely technique, catches it beautifully. Etheridge sees it all the way. Shukei Ideguchi, 28 years of age. 15 caps, couple of goals. You can see why. Both coaches have reason to be satisfied. In this 12-team league, though, it's obviously you want to win every game, but there's got to be calculations, and there's a calculation being done here by Vissel Kobe. And their coach in their starting team. 5 changes from the side that started in their last J-League match, a 2-1 win over Cerezo. After the water break, we recommence with a goal kick taken by Neil Etheridge. To Fulham, Oldham, Walsall, Cardiff and Birmingham. Now very much part of Buriram, taking over from a bit of a legend in goal for Buriram. Completely overhits that one. Big heart as Matthias Vargas. As well as that, he went through Kakeru Yamauchi, number 30. I think we'll be okay. Referee Mohamed Taki is trying to let things go on, and that's something Mohamed Kaki does. Vargas and Doodle, it's a very physical engine room for Buriram United. Honda, left-sided centre-back of the two. Ikawa finds Sakai, looks out wide to Ino. Ino's got runners on the far side. Yamauchi coming in at the back post. Ino really delayed, but it'll skew off Dion Cools to Yamauchi. Spin and turn. Kawasaki. Yamauchi. Kawasaki. Captain Yamakawa. Nothing was on, so they didn't just pump the ball in. They work it out wide. Miyashiro beats 2. Still Miyashiro. Cuts inside Dougal. Trying to pick out his man, Sazalak. Good defensive positioning. He likes to get forward, Sazalak, but he is first and foremost a left back, and he does well there. Subachai wants support, finds it from Kenny Dougal. The Australian, little give and go with Bissoli. 4 Brazilians in the starting lineup. 1 Malaysian, who's Dion Cools. 1 Barcelona-born Guinea-Bissau player. That's Marcelo. Cools. Well, in the end, Kenny Dougal was trying to release Crispin, but Crispin came short as the ball went long. Goalkeepers have to be confident with both feet these days, as they're so often involved in the play. Saki. Makawa out wide. Sakai. That's a good test for Sazalak. Sakai tries to go around the outside. Superchai gets a little nudge in there. Right then, Yamauchi. Two in the middle. Yamauchi brings it outside. Ino at the back post. The foul had been given away by Sasaki. He just climbed a little bit too much. It's well worked. Yamauchi, lovely return onto Hatsuze. But clearly climbing there was Deiju Sasaki. Pushed into the back of Tiraton. Both teams have threatened. Both defences standing firm at the moment. That's what you expect of elite defences. Aikawa thought of the difficult ball and then decide safety first. Probably a wise decision from Daya Makawa. Sasaki over on the far side. Crispin's header. Crispin looks for the give and go. Crispin. Chris Crispin knows where the goal is. 30-year-old Brazilian. Born in Brasilia. Santos Jr. Signed from Fortaleza. One of the Brazilians brought in by his coach Osmo Loss. Himself, although he came from Iranian football, been coaching in the Brazilian top divisions for a while. Actually, for all of his career. All over the top asks questions of Curtis Good, which he answers. Flies proving to be a little bit of a problem in the Kobe bench. Iraguchi. He's had the best moment of the half by some distance, Iraguchi. Hatsuze. Seeing an awful lot more of the ball now of Vissel Kobe. I suppose some of their players who haven't had that many starts just taking a little while to get back into the rhythm and the routine. Once again, you saw the physicality coming in. Edridge came right to the edge of his penalty area. That's dominant goalkeeping. Sazalak, he was tasked with holding off Eno, and Etheridge, well, that's confident goalkeeping and powerful goalkeeping. Superchai controlled it but couldn't control it. Yamauchi, clever. Superchai works hard. Kawasaki pings it out wide. Sakai, little flick, trying to leave it for Miyashiro. Strength from Bisoli. Sakai tries to spin it round. Curtis Good doesn't play in the league games. He only plays in the ASEAN or the Asian games, Curtis Good. So he's another who's maybe a little bit rusty for football. Crispin. Marcelo looks for Cools. Hatsuze read that one all the way. Hatsuze, Japan under-20 international, but never made it to the senior team. Signed from Osaka. Joined Vissel Kobe 5 years ago. Vissoli's cross cleared by Honda. Crispin. Yamauchi clips Crispin as he cleverly cuts into his path. Yamauchi, youngest player for the Japanese team at just 22. He's been good down this left-hand side, but he's given a free kick away in a dangerous position. You shall not cross that line. Again, Tidaton and Lucas Crispin over the ball. Maikawa alert and ready. Tidaton, comfortable for Maikawa. Got to say, this Vissel Kobe kit is pretty cool, isn't it? Did something with the sash. Peru-like, always looks classy. Yamauchi. That's a little bit short. Super Chai does well. Super Chai! Oh, what an audacious effort. It needed an excellent save from Daimakawa, but the awareness of Supatai Chaidan. Firstly, he's onto that pass, and then he's got a shot in mind already. That would have been sensational if it had come off. That's good. This is sensational. And it needs a very, very good save from Maikawa. 3 saves now, that one the best of them by some distance. Sazalak. It's over the top from everyone. It's a good ball in from Sazalak, but curving away from Curtis Good. Well, Buriram could say they belong on this stage. It is goalless, approaching half-time. But they are very much the equal, if not better, than Vissel Kobe. Maikawa has been the busier goalkeeper. Closing in there. That's where the Japanese can break out so quickly. Honda. Sakai out wide. Cross comes in left-footed, is deflected. Neil Etheridge will jump as high as he can, but can't keep that from going for a corner kick. Corner number 4. 2 of which have produced scary moments for Buriram. There's Super Chai. And worth a look at that once again. It's a terrific effort. And Maikawa is at full stretch. That's fully 30 yards. He's been with Buriram since 2017, very much part of their success story ever since he was a kid. Now he's got some defending to do, as did Buriram. Good's header. Lucas Crispin completes the clearance. Hiraguchi and Tidaton will chase. Hideguchi just gets there ahead of Tiruton Bunmantan. In front of the vocal Buriram supporters. It makes for a unique Thai atmosphere. Pre-match, there's rituals that go on, the players go over and pay tribute to the crowd before the start of the game, and at the end they'll go over and have a group session. There is a togetherness about what goes on in Buriram. 5 minutes to be added on at the end of this first 45. Lovely ball around the outside, looks for Vissel. Mikawa once again alert to the danger. Nice idea from Matias Vargas. Probably would have been called for offside anyway. Good goalkeeping by Mikawa. Buriram have to go to Central Coast in their next match in the AFC Champions League. At home to Pohang, away at Yokohama, at home to Kawasaki, away at Johor, at home to Ulsan and away to Guangzhou. It's a tough road ahead, as well as domestic football, which they are doing very well in. So they're involved in the Asian Cup. They decided to really stretch their big squad, test them, as well as defending the other two domestic trophies that they won last year. Cools, cleverly done. He's done really well since he came to Buriram. Etheridge wants options, and he's happy just to hold on to the ball. Vissel jumps into Honda. He knew exactly what he was doing. He's got nothing but eyes on the defender from the start. No two ways about that, Vissel, and he has the temerity to tell the referee it was going for a clean ball. Mohamed Taki quite right to lay down the law on that. Quite right. Having been proven correct, not quite in the manner he meant, but correct in the penalty decision early on. Taki has controlled this game pretty well so far. Sakai, Hideguchi, Ino, Hideguchi, Ino, sorts his feet out well. Matias did well, Matias Vargas did well to get a touch. Yamauchi. Good clash between him and Kenny Dougal. Crispin tries to claim it's a Buriram pass, a Buriram free kick. Yamauchi did well. 22 or not. Good experience just to put himself between Dougal and the ball. Only 4 white shirts up for this free kick. And Suze looks up as if to say, who am I meant to hit? He only found Curtis Good. Hideguchi once again. It's 2 on-target volleys. Matsuse. Yamauchi. That's a better ball in. Comes over the top of everybody. Once again, Sasaki coming in at the back at that back post. Wasn't too far away. Change of angle. Maybe again, Sasaki might have been offside, just coming on the wrong side of Kenny Dougal. It's goalless, but there have been moments at either end. Once again, Vargas is unnecessarily clumsy and aggressive. There's a barge, and then there's the kind of the deliberate fall over onto the player. No yellow card, but Vargas involved at the end of what's been a good first half. No yellow cards. Some excellent goalkeeping, particularly by Daya Mikawa for Vissel Kobe. One effort to save from Superchai, just going out of shot there, was probably the moment of the match. Iraguchi had a volley that was really well poured away by Neil Etheridge. Both teams looking promising, but at half-time it's Buriram 0, Vissel Kobe 0.
is about fostering development and a spirit of growth that will benefit the entire Asian footballing ecosystem for years to come. This is the AFC Challenge League. For the believers, for those that dream, the opportunity takers, where talent develops and fortune favors the brave. AFC Challenge League. The future of Asian club football shines brightly with the all-new AFC Women's Champions League. For the first time ever, Asia's top 12 women's clubs will converge to showcase their talent and compete for ultimate glory. This is more than just a competition. It is a powerful symbol of innovation and inclusivity, inspiring generations of Americans to chase their dreams and write their own stories on the pitch. This is the AFC Women's Champions League.
Breaking new ground for women's club football in Asia.
very warm welcome back to Buriram. We are at the Buriram Stadium. They call it the Thunder Castle. So far, not being able to thunder past Vissel Kobe. They've certainly given it their best go. As soon as I tried, I'd come in closest of anyone to scoring. Fabulous, audacious effort from 30 metres. Forced a scrambling save from goalkeeper Daya Makawa, who was the busier of the goalkeepers. There is going to be a change of personnel for Vissel Kobe. We're going to see the introduction of Yoshinori Muto. He's going to come on the left side of the front three. Muto is a regular scorer. 9 goals in his 29 league matches so far this season, Muto. He's a lot more than that as well. A Mainz and Newcastle player. 29 caps, 3 goals, so he brings a little bit more experience as well than does Muto. No changes for Buriram. She didn't do an awful lot wrong, but Muto coming in certainly strengthens them in an attacking sense. Neil Etheridge made one fine save for Buriram from a really well-judged volley from Yusuke Iraguchi. Because Crispin has tried a couple of long-range efforts, maybe the easier efforts for Daimakawa. His save to deny Superchai, top draw. Second half about to get underway. Vissel Kobe in the white, get us underway, going left to right. One change of personnel, which I'll confirm in a moment, as Curtis Goodwin's the first header for Buriram, Australian international. So the teams: Buriram, Etheridge in goal, back four of Cools, Curtis Good, Marcelo and Sazalak. Holding midfielder is Matthias Vargas. He's got Kenny Dougal and Tilaton Bunmanton alongside him. Subachai, Guillaume Bissoli and Lucas Crispin are the front three. Vissel Kobe is going to go against them. They've got Maikawa in goal, a back four of Kotoko Sakai, Yamakawa, Yuki Honda, Ryo Hatsuze. Holding midfielder is Yuya Kawasaki, number 25. He's got Iraguchi, Ino to his right, Miyashiro to his left, Sasaki, and now up front, Muto are the front two. As Etheridge launches it high into the humid Buriram sky. Sizzling hot afternoon it was here. It's a fine, strong run. A long way back by Kawasaki. He did his best to let Matthias Vargas go on and on and on. Actually, when Vargas couldn't make anything, a free kick was given. It's Bissoli. Hasn't been able to stop scoring goals this season for Buriram. Really had a clear chance so far in this match. Might have one soon though, because Cools has been good. Cools gets a corner kick early on. They only had one in the first half. Possessional stats 60-40 in favour of Vissel Kobe. Shots on goal though in favour of Buriram. It's not how much possession, it's what you do with it. Cools leaves that one for Tilaton to curl in. Dion Cools will know that Tilaton will curl it in. Cools was the intended recipient. It's out to Kenny Dougal, to Sazalak. Sazalak hoists it high, comfortably defended. Cools. Tilaton. Once again, Matthias Vargas trying to get involved. Crispin's had a change of boots. He's got the bright orange to match those of his Brazilian compatriot and his coach's same compatriot. Young Cools are rather more sedate. Red. rambunctious. Good scrapping. Superchai really does belong in this company. Just see his physique, you can see the thighs, he's worked hard. Used to be a very talented but rather frail, skinny lad. Not anymore. More changes, I suspect, are being planned. Takayuki Yoshida, use the squad as much as you can. He knows he's got a J-League game against Albirex coming up in an Empress Cup quarter-final. Maikawa. Suze. Didn't get enough. Cools has done well. Hoisted over. Superchai. To take it on his chest, just nicked away from him. Once again. Onto the midfield by Yosuke Ideguchi. He's had a very good game. Toku Sakai. Ino will chase. Sazalak will weigh up his options. Curtis good as the best of those options. Medovic guided forward, but Kawasaki picks it up. Calls his cues. It's not quite out of their dressing room slumber in this first 5 minutes. 5 scores on the AFC app. All the games going on. There's 16 games each match day between the West and the East. 16, I can't count. It's 12. 6 in each. And you have the AFC Champions League 2. Also coming on these networks. Japanese and Thai teams involved. Bangkok United involved tomorrow night in Singapore's Tampines. Sasaki can't get there. Marcelo can. Vargas tries to be too clever. Marcelo a second time. Ideguchi. Cleverly worked from Ideguchi. Sakai. Ino outside of him. Ino. Suze. Ideguchi looks for Sakai, who gets there. Tiered it on, but didn't get enough purchase on it. Applause, though, from his coach. Switch of play is what Yoshida was looking for. Still a good atmosphere, both sets of fans making a lot of noise. The drums are beating, encouraging their team going forward as Honda sweeps a lovely ball out wide. It's really well taken by Muto. His first involvement, then Muto again. What can he do? He can pull it back. Wide of goal. Eiju Sasaki just couldn't get the purchase right. Lovely give and go. Muto on the move. Close. I suspect he's onside. And it doesn't matter, but there's the first involvement from Muto. Just that little bit of extra devilment. This new elite format, 2 groups of 12, the top 8 from the West, top 8 from the East go into knockout phase, a round of 16. When we we reach the quarterfinals, we go to a single venue, single nation, single host nation, Saudi Arabia for the next couple of years. Teams have got a plan for a long league campaign, 8 league games, 4 home, 4 away fixtures. Aimless over the top and comfortable for Etheridge. Tonight, the defending champions started their campaign with a 1-1 draw at home to Al Sadd. Lane of United Arab Emirates. Teams have got to regard this as a longish league campaign. Managing your resources, making sure you pick up points even if you're not playing well. Honda slowly closes. They're comfortable just to bring it back onto his left foot. A bit wasteful with the pass. Superchai, Tiraton, Bissoli, Tiraton. Nice little give and go. Bissoli has the confidence to try and take it on, and Honda is there. This is off the Brazilian. Into the safe gloves. Yamakawa. That could have gone anywhere. It was off the nose of Bissoli. In hard there. Tiraton, the second time the Buriram captain is down. Just a good, honest attempt from both players to get the ball. Tiraton got there a nanosecond. Gucci right there. Cut is good. Game needs a spark just at the moment. It's not kicked off since half time. Just that one chance, half chance. We have Sasaki. Soli would have been offside, so he doesn't go for it. Goes long, and Bissoli won the ball up in the air. He hasn't won too many up against Yamakawa. Sakai, nicely played, out of danger, and Hatsuse's got space to run into. Muto ahead of him. Muto wants it. Hatsuse wants to go outside, but Buriram have now got everybody back. Has gone out of the attack from Vissel Kobe. Yamakawa. Sakai made the run and then stopped it. Picks it off the nose, literally. Tiraton. Yamakawa all the way back to his goalkeeper. Bit of a stalemate. Both defences very much on top. Can't go forward, so happy to go back. Smalas happy with the pressing that forces Vissel Kobe to go back. Once again, it's an indication that Buriram aren't sitting back and expecting Vissel Kobe to dominate, despite them being one of the top teams in Japan, J-League champions. Japan tearing it up on the international scene as well. There is reason to fear Japanese football, but Buriram, whilst showing respect, certainly not showing any fear. That's a nice ball into the space. Kawasaki pops it forward to Sakai. Kawasaki again. Reach of a ball. Sasaki curls it in. Cello can clear. Kawasaki just gets there first. Muto. Flag stays down. Muto. Cello clears. Now the flag goes up. Neil Etheridge has a go at the assistant referee, but the assistant referee is just going by what the laws tell him to. And in the end, you know what? I don't think he is offside, Muto. That is worth another look there. Times he's ghosted into positions. Gonna have a double change. You see Ogihara coming on. Centre of midfield. Also Haruya Ida. Ida plays generally on the left of the midfield three. Ogihara very much is the sit and win it. Good performances from Ino and Ryu Kawasaki. That was just released Hideguchi, a little more to go forward. So there, Ogihara, a little touch with Tidaton, who did so well in Japan. Respect for the Thai captain, the Buriram captain. Ball over the top. That is good. Had to be careful. Shiro hasn't seen an awful lot of the ball, but he's good enough to do something with it if he gets one-on-one. It's Honda. Yamakawa. Otoko. Higuchi had made a forward run just to emphasize the point. He has been released. Ogihara coming on, 32-year-old. It's truly a number 6 in every sense of the word. Dion Cool's thinking there was just use of the elbow there by Daiju Sasaki. Superchai's had their most outstanding moment of the game. Really ambitious effort from 30 yards. Of course, a scrambling save from Meikawa. Came towards the end of the first half. The second half hasn't really got going. Here's Kenny Dougal. What can he do? Plays in Crispin. Ogihara, a little handoff there on Crispin, and the referee is going to issue a yellow card. He's just trying to clear the space around him. He was overly aggressive. I think once again the referee is quite right. It's a push off, not an elbow. It's a push more than anything. Crispin goes down. First yellow card of the game. And it goes to Takahiro Ogihara. It's not his first by any stretch of the imagination in his career. In fact, he was booked against Cerezo Osaka. Consultation with the president, who's very much a hands-on president of Buriram. Osmalos considers a couple of changes. Muto's got pace. Sazalak just felt a little nudge. Went down, Muto disagrees. The defender straight now. You also notice he kicked the ball towards the touchline at the same time. He knew exactly what he was doing there. Sazalak. He's 28 years of age now. Sazalak, high Prakon. Long range, straight into the gloves. Bounced awkwardly, came up off the surface from Lucas Crispin. Caught it very, very well. Yamakawa. Sakai. Just kept it alive. Switch and play. Ida. Nice idea, you could see what he was trying to do. Miyashiro was trying to be played in. Here's the effort from Lucas Crispin. Long way out, but he catches it sweetly. And it just kicks off the surface. The goalkeeper has to make sure he's got everything behind that. Sakai's clearance as far as Guillaume Bissoli. Marcelo. Nice turn. Vargas. Onto Crispin. Sazalak. Two in the penalty area. Superchai ahead of him. Superchai's got Sazalak outside. Superchai. Tidaton available. Sazalak is there. And again, Superchai. Two at the far post. No cross comes in. Buriram still keep possession, and eventually Tidaton. Nice controlled possession. Tidaton again onto Superchai, beautifully worked. Pulls it to the edge of the penalty area, really good work down the left-hand side, and then Tidaton just makes it back for Muto. There's going to be a change for Buriram. And we are going to see one striker on for another. We're going to see Krigo Moraes on Guillaume. Coming off. Guillaume Bissoli. Not his night. It's a step up in class when you go into the AFC Champions League, particularly at the elite level. It is a step up in class. So Moraes is on. Into the final quarter of the match. It remains goalless. Both teams all think that they've got enough to take this. Buriram in particular. Hatsuze. home and away in this elite format. You only play one team once. You can't really judge the opposition. With the old format, you played every other team home and away. And you knew that there were kind of two winnable games if you were the elite teams. Buriram were often at the bottom of that table. Now it's a different calculation by coaches. Yarueda. Yamakawa wants to come forward, but good work defensively from Buriram. No real space available. Sakai the target. Sazalak just sorts his feet out in time. Tiraton. Superchai. Only finds Muto. Muto goes the long way around. Muto! And it's cleared off the line. The follow-up from Sasaki. Sakai. Danger still not over. Still Sakai. Pulls it back. And Good can clear. Best chance of the game. It's got the crowd woken up. Vargas then miscues his pass badly, but Neil Etheridge making one vital save, and then well covered on his goal line. Curtis Good certainly made one tackle in the aftermath. The Etheridge stretch, but that was Muto at his best. Just sashaying past players on that left foot. This game is there to be won by both teams. Yamakawa. Not great from Miyashiro. Iraguchi. Ida. Wants to come inside, Ida. Does do. Taisei Miyashiro. Yamada. It's the throw-in for Vissel Kobe. They'll be heartened by that. The Brazilian Matias Tula prepares to come on just to make sure they're solid defensively. These final 19 minutes plus. Ogihara. Right to Ida. Not the best ball in from Ida. Here when it comes to Muto, he's got a lot of work to do. He drifts outside 1-2 challenges. Good save, and then Curtis Good and Sazalak are on the line. It's Good who gets the headed clearance. Good work by the Philippine goalkeeper initially. Here's Sasaki. Tries to guide it through. That's going to come off Sasaki for a goal kick. Direct change. Matias Tula, 25-year-old Rio de Janeiro-born defender. Comes on for Honda. He's had a good game as we have another look. Good save, unorthodox, off the chin of Neil Etheridge. And then a scaff from Sasaki. If he hits that true, Vissel Kobe have got the lead. Good performance by Honda. Sazalak. Good. That little scare has got the crowd going. Those who weren't already singing and dancing already. Onto the official singing group. Got the rest a little bit aerated. Here's Curtis Good. Nice double contribution from him. Tiraton. Looks for Moraes. Gihara is there just to sweep up in front of his two central defenders. Yamakawa can use Ogiwara once again. Played in the 2012 Olympics for Japan in London. One thought he was going to be a natural number 6, but never really took off from there. His career stalled, certainly at international level, on the club level. Now he's part of the team that's our J-League champions, a pivotal part of the team. All over the top for Sakai, who's also part of that Olympic team. Water break, just to refresh the energies coming into the final 15 minutes or so. Official attendance 16,793 has been announced. They made a good little atmosphere. AFC Champions League Elite proving to be a good draw. We are a long way out into the countryside, a long way from Bangkok, a long way from the main population centres. So anytime you get over 10,000 at this fine arena, it is a real bonus. 16,000 is a good result, and there's a couple of hundred from Kobe as well, over in the far corner, and they've been singing and dancing. But Curtis Good has made a significant contribution, goal line save to deny Sasaki. Then followed up with a good challenge as well. Here is that moment. Muto just drifts past one, past two, gets the shot away. And then you think Sasaki, if he strikes this cleanly, it's going to go well. Going to go into the top corner. Instead, he kind of slices it. And Curtis Good can watch it away for something that's as good as a goal. Good by name, good by nature. Australian by birth. Buriram, his team. Sazalak also there as well. He's had a good game down this left-hand side. Has Sazalak, goes by the nickname P. Thai players all tend to have nicknames. Make life mighty confusing as that's given away, and P then barges into Muto, who goes down and doesn't look particularly impressed that no free kick is awarded. To be fair, that does look like a free kick. Figo gets there first, but Sakai is covering. Still got the enthusiasm for the game. Sakai came back to Japan. He's been very much part of the Vissel Kobe success story. It's enabled good players to be retained. They were a middling team until big sponsorship from Rakuten came in, and it's enabled them to be amongst the best. But they haven't just bought the success they did at the start. They bought one or two big players, but now it's all homegrown. It's Cools puts in a ball that is first dropped and safely gathered by Daya Mekawa. Sasaki's done brilliantly. He held off Cools, two in the middle. Muto's got near post. Here's Shiro. Went in front of the near post. Questions for Mohamed Taki. Was that a foul? The answer was no. It was just great use of the body by Daiju Sasaki. How, asked Dion Cools, how? Is it because I'm Malaysian? He asked of the Singaporean. The answer is no. Because it wasn't a foul. Jefferson Tabinas, a Tokyo-born Filipino, could also play for Ghana. That's the hereditary line for Tabinas. He prepares to come on. Strong challenge coming in there, as you'd imagine, from Kenny Dougal. Less involved in this second half, Dougal. Tidderton. Nice little head ball onto Dion Cools. Cools, two in the penalty area. Decides not to put the cross in. Leaves that to Lucas Crispin. Crispin pokes it over to the back post, where it's too high for everybody. Igor Moraes couldn't get there. It's going to be a change. And it's Tidderton who's going to come off. Jefferson Tabinas who's going to come on. Sazalak will take the captain's armband. Not at his most influential today. Could have won a penalty. VAR had a good long look at this particular moment. Was caught, but a handball had been given earlier on. Was involved in some big tussles. And Tabinas comes on. He'll play at left back. That means that Sazalak will push on into midfield. Jefferson Tabinas scored his first international goal. Heavily deflected. First international goal against Dion Cools Malaysia. An international in the recent break. Ide. Ugihara. Oh, nobody's talking to him. Ugihara. He offers the apologies, but people have got to talk to him. The change. It's been a quiet, frustrating afternoon. Number 9, Taisei Miyashiro. His replacement is Yuruki Koya. Krigor, Sazalak in the middle. Still Krigor, but under real pressure from Dule. First involvement for both Brazilians, effectively. The striker, who was played in superbly by Superchai. And Tula just matches him stride for stride, and just has enough strength to hold off Krigor Moraes. Still goalless, Buriram 0, Vissel Kobe 0. First half had the better chances, second half. Do still sense there is a goal in it. But for whom? Crispin fouled by Ida. leader. Again, Tula very, very quickly onto Gregor Moraes. Handball awarded. Tis Vargas. He's been busy, he's worked hard, he's put himself about. It's off the top of the arm. Ida claimed it immediately. Did Yuruki. Hatsuze. Sabinas lets that one run through. Just looking at Jefferson Tabinas, I did that Philippines-Malaysia game, and he looked to be one of the biggest, stronger athletes there. You look at him out here on this pitch, he's one of the smaller guys. This Elite League, with the foreign player allocation, really has taken it up a notch. Good vocal support all the way through from that group. They'll be hoping that they can cheer a goal. Tabinas goes down the line, looks for Super Chai, spins away. Away from Yamakawa, but not for long. Captain's been excellent defensively. Long throw from Tabinas, flicked on at the near post, and Crispin, the back post, got the header in. Good, wants his goalkeeper to rescue him. Now he's having a little chat with Neil Everidge. Here's the long ball in. I think it surprised everybody. It comes through to Crispin at the back post. Can't get enough power on the header. Comfortable for Maikawa. That's his fourth attempt on goal for Lucas Crispin. Kenny Dougal is feeling the humidity. And Pituat, signing from BG Pathum United for this campaign. International midfielder, just looks like Pituat, who has that same hard-running, holding midfield job. Looks like he's going to come on for Kenny Dougal. Well, they haven't stopped jumping and singing, and they haven't seen a goal. They might do, because that's the end that Vissel Kobe are attacking. And there is the change. Dougal off, 27. Pituat comes on. Been an ever-present in the league campaign, the 29-year-old Thai international. Pituat Suktit Hamakol, to give him his full name. Here's Idaguchi to Yamakawa. Ogihara plays it out wide. Now then. Muto, fancy little flick. That was Yuruki who came through, and the long-range effort, well fielded. That was Tula from the back. Long ball over the top, asks Krigor to run, and Krigor has got possession, and Krigor just deflected by Tula. Just did enough, the Brazilian, to deny Moraes, Gregor Moraes. Supposed to have had a couple of good battles since they both came on. One brought on to neutralise the other. Second corner of this second half, third of the game for Buriram United. Header just over the top from Curtis Good. It's a whisker away from a late bit of glory from Good. Rises up really well, fades it away. Oh, that must be just whisker over the top, just flicks the very back of the net. He's had a solid game defensively. Saved one off the line. So Buriram, unusually, being held goalless in back-to-back games. One in the league at Port, and one in the AFC Champions League Elite here. Although there is still time, there is 5 minutes to go. Free kick there, Pitiwat puts his mark on the game. Tula demanded it, Tula gets it. Ida. Absuze. He manufactured something out of nothing, did Sasaki. It's come out to Hatsuze on the far side. It's gone all the way through to Neil Etheridge, and then he launches it clear. Tula has to be careful. Tula does brilliantly, knocks it back to his goalkeeper, and I think in making the headed clearance, inadvertently caught Moraes, who's still on the floor, but the game goes on. That will be a free kick. And a yellow card for Dion Couls. Your rookie has caused Couls one or two problems. So a yellow card for Couls, second of the game. Not for him, second of the game in total. Taki draws the line that you shall not cross. Immediately Lucas does. 6 white shirts in and around the edge of the penalty area. Rio Hatsuze. Kind of a cross can he measure in? It's goalless. Into injury time. It's headed just wide of the far post by Tula. He got the better of Matias Vargas. Had a little bit of success with that long ball to the back post. One corner in the first half caused a problem there. Tula gets in front of Vargas. Taka Yoshida, the coach. And Superchai do anything against Sakai? Well, he can foul him, that's what he can do. Had an important 15 minutes, says Tula. That was the earlier effort. It's forced the comfortable save for Neil Etheridge. Ida. And again, it's not far away. Muto is such a danger. He's always on the move. When Ida plays that in, Buriram defenders are reacting. Muto is already on the move. Into the final minute of the 5 added on. A miscue from Neil Etheridge, who's been solid and secure for Buriram. Let's see why they invested in him. Simorak couldn't go on forever. Still on the substitutes bench is the 40-year-old. And Yuriki. The objective is to make sure you're in the top 8, not necessarily win the league. Winning the league is good, a nice bonus. Ida teases Crispin. Crispin didn't react though. Idaguchi. Crispin goes down, the break is on. Sazalak has Krigor through the middle. Tula once again there to deny Krigor Morais. Right, a Tabinas long throw perhaps. No time for it. Final whistle goes. Mohamed Taki prevents Tabinas taking the long throw. It's a handshake. It's all square. It's goalless. Chances at either end. Buriram United had their best spells in the first half. Some really good work from Subutai Chaidad and some good goalkeeping from Daya Maekawa. Kept us goalless at the break. In the second half, though, it was Neil Etheridge who was the busier of the two goalkeepers. Curtis Good came close to winning it right at the end with a header that flicked off the top of the bar. He'd also made a goal line clearance. But despite the prompting of Lucas Crispin, despite the energy in the middle of the park from Matthias Vargas, it has finished between Thai champions Buriram and Vissel Kobe, the J-League champions. Buriram 0, Vissel Kobe 0.